there, sunshine. So today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my hair growth, and if that seems like TMI to you, guess what? It's your lucky day, because I'm gonna be sharing with you guys like my backstory with my hair problems and my hair struggles, and this new at-home laser hair removal system that I've been trying out, because I really hope that it helps some of you guys who kind of share a similar backstory to mine. So if you're ready to sit down and just talk about my forearm hair and everything else, sit down, grab a snack. So basically my natural hair color is dark brown. Surprise, it's not actually purple. I know, it's kind of shocking, but basically before I started shaving, which is really kind of the time that I got in middle school is when I really started shaving, I always got made fun of for my dark hair. I always got made fun of for the hair growth that I had. Because my hair was dark, it just seemed like I was so much hairier than everybody else. And of course, like young kids, we don't know boundaries. We just make fun of each other, right? So basically, like anywhere that you could grow hair, I grew hair. My forearms have always been, well, like my entire arm have always been really, really hairy. I had a mustache going, I had hair on the back of the neck, and I actually like had people like leave me really nasty voicemails or like say stuff to my face or text messages and then be like, oh, the hair on your forearm is actually used for like comb overs on old men, or like they would tell me really nasty things. I don't want to go on to that because that's not what this is about, but just they made fun of me a lot. And so even now as an adult, like I'm still really, really insecure about my hair growth. Like if I haven't shaved my legs in 2 days, I'm not going out in shorts because I subconsciously feel like everybody's always staring at me and they like know that I haven't shaved, and I'm like, oh no, they know that I'm hairy. Even though I'm no hairier than anybody else, it looks like it because my hair is really dark. Okay. So then fast forward to when I'm like 14 years old, and at that time I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is called PCOS. And basically one of the symptoms and one of the side effects of PCOS is unwanted dark hair growth. So by this time, because of my PCOS, I really had not a full-on mustache, but I had a full-on girly mustache. I had problems with like dark hair growing and like a beard almost. Like it's not like I'm not full-on lumberjack. It's just I have patches of dark hair that I don't really want there. I will have hair growth on my chest, still the neck, still the forearms, and my underarms. So like that was one of the symptoms, and like now that I know that it's associated with my medical condition, I'm like, oh, but I'm still not confident in it. I am not confident in it whatsoever. Like it is something that I try to do my very best to stay on top of. So fast forward, and I'm almost 21 now, and from like 12 to 20, I have been doing nothing but shaving. I have tried waxing, but for me, the results, because of my dark hair, haven't lasted as long as I want them to, so I just don't feel like the pain of shaving is really worth it. So I have been a shaver like most of my life, like really honestly, that's what's had my back the entire time. Now, with that, if you've been on my channel for a while, you probably have seen some of the nasty scars that I have from shaving. I am not the most delicate person ever. That is not one of my, best character qualities. And I actually have like a 2-inch scar on the back of my ankle, and then I have like a 3-inch scar on the back of my calf from shaving. And I accidentally just cut myself a little too deep and like really hurt myself shaving, and not to mention all the nicks and you get here and there shaving. Not to mention that like shaving doesn't really get rid of, like I have like dark underarms just because like I've shaved today, but it just looks dark because of my roots are dark. That's just how it works. So put all that aside, all the blood and gore that comes with shaving. Not to mention when I shave my face, it actually breaks my skin out. I have not yet figured out a way how to shave my face that doesn't lead to a breakout. So it's just like, there's so many negatives that come to shaving. Like even though it does help me feel better like immediately, in the long run, like there's something, it doesn't work with my skin because it makes my skin break out, and then I'm kind of tired of slicing and dicing myself in the shower. That's not the most fun. So I was looking around on the internet, and I actually found that there was at-home laser hair removal like you could do, and I was like, okay, wait, is this like waxing or anything like that? Like how does this work? So I have never actually gone and had, like, I've done the waxing myself. I've never done anything professionally. I've never gotten anything done professionally, but like I've used Nair to like that cream stuff that you put on your arms or your body, and it just like melts the hair off. I've done shaving, I've done waxing, and I've done all of that. And so basically I was reading some reviews and I was reading a couple blogs, and they were like, oh yeah, if you're looking for a way to actually like get rid of the roots of your hair and like minimize your hair regrowth, check out laser hair removal. And I was like, whoa, but like, isn't that a surgery? And like, that's a lot of money. So basically I did through all the reading, and I can't remember how much this was off the top of my head, but I think it was around $260. This is the Brooklyn Body Co. And I was a little nervous about it at first because honestly that is kind of pricey up front. But what I thought was really cool is they have one of those systems where you can like have payment plans. So you don't have to like, if you're not ready to like pay all that up front, they have installments so you can like pay on a monthly basis. But I have been using this for about 2 weeks now, and I will tell you guys everything that you need to do to like get started on this. So first you have to shave, and you should exfoliate and just make the surface that you're going to use this on nice and clean. Because here's what happened is I did this on an arm because I was like, I got it in the mail and I shaved one arm and I didn't shave the other because I was like, well, like, let me see how this works, because I never read directions. And I used it on the hair the arm that I didn't shave, and within the like first week, and I didn't notice any difference on this arm because I hadn't shaved it, but I had noticed a difference on this arm. So just through my own user testing, and then after reading the directions, I realized that I needed to have like a clean, smooth surface to try this out on. So basically the way it works is you just plug this in, and here's what the actual system looks like. So we have a front and a back. So basically this just plugs in, this little white cord just plugs into the wall. I have this plugged in behind me. And so you just want to plug this in right here. So basically there's like 5 different intensity levels on this machine. And so basically it's blinking and you're like, okay, well that's like plugged in. So that's great. And then you turn it on. Isn't that fancy? Okay. So from my personal like learning and mistaking and then learning, you want to see this red light, and basically once it detects human skin, like it starts blinking. So look, I have it on my hand right now, and do you see how it's blinking? Boom, take it off and it's not blinking anymore. So basically if it's not blinking, you'll just want to turn it off and then turn it back on again. I ran into a problem once and then I did that and it was absolutely fine. And it's whirring, and so you have 5 different intensity levels. So if you want to change your intensity level, you'll click that green power button on the back, and the blue lights changes your intensity level. It goes from level 1 to level 5. To turn off, you just want to power it off, just like that. Okay, so here I'm very skeptic about a lot of things, because I've had a lot of people go, oh yeah, this works, and they're like blonde hair and they don't have a lot of hair to begin with. And I'm like, okay, well, of course, like a product like that is going to work for you, because you don't have like a whole forest growing on your arm just like looking to be chopped down. Whereas like I'm looking for somebody to just like excavate or whatever my arm, and I want to have a smooth baby arm to work with. Okay, so I will admit that while I have been very skeptic and I haven't shaved my arm just yet before starting this, I don't even know if you guys can see it. I wish I had taken a before picture, but I'm sure as a child I could find like a before picture of me as a child, so I know you guys know what I'm talking about. But this is the arm that I've been working on, and if you have been on my channel for a while, you probably have seen my hairy arms. It like there's so much less hair on my arm. Like I still have a little bit of hair growth just because I kind of wanted to show you guys like what my hair looked like, but it's so much lighter. Like my hair isn't lighter, but there's not as much hair growth here. And I've just been using it like right here and right here on my arm. I have not used it right here because I don't have any hair that grows there, but I've used it here and here on my arm, and there's actually a difference in my hair growth, which is really crazy. So basically, from what I understand how this works, and I am not a science person, so from what I understand is the laser light that this thing shoots out actually like goes down into the hair follicle and tells your cells, you ain't growing here no more. And that's what stops the hair growth. That's what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so while I don't understand the whole science part of it, like I am seeing a difference, and that gives me hope. Another thing that I thought was really cool about this company is because when I was actually went through and was a responsible adult and read the manual, you can actually use this on your bikini area. And for a Brazilian, I don't know if I would feel comfortable doing that because I'm afraid. I don't feel like the cord is like super duper long. Like if I wanted to use that on like the lower parts of my body or like hard to reach areas, I would definitely plug this into an extension cord, because I would say that the cord's like 3 or 4 feet long, and I'm 5'8", so like I wish the cord was longer, because that I would be interested in a Brazilian, but I don't feel like the cord would really allow me to get into those hard to reach areas. It also says that if you want to, well, when you go to use this, to make sure that it's like clean. So I'm not going to be doing this and putting it on my face. However, I'm comfortable doing that. Okay. So next question, does it hurt? Okay. I will admit to you guys, I was crying like a little baby. I wasn't crying, but I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna hurt. I was like literally sitting there with my arm on it the first time I tried it out, and I was like, this is so scary. Because I really thought like I was gonna burn my arm off. I was not prepared for this to work well at all. But okay, level 1 is a slight warming sensation. And then if we move to like level 4 and level 5, it's definitely a warm sensation, kind of teetering on the side of hot. And it definitely does leave a little bit of redness on your arm. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this thing in action in case you have any questions or you just wanted to see how it worked. But the next spot that I'm gonna be working on is going to be my hand and my knuckles. I have done a little bit of work on these, but I'm not gonna do that for this video, but I'm gonna definitely keep using this. I'm gonna just do my entire hand, and then I think I'm gonna work on my legs and everything, because I would have to get an extension cord, because again, like there's not a whole lot of extra cord room that I have to play around with this. So I have this powered on, and I think I'm gonna set it just to level 1 to show you guys like the different variations and the laser strength. I may have been the only one that picked up on that. Maybe it's not even there, but I felt like there was like more laser on level 5. But the whirring you hear right now is the fan. The only complaint that I have is I do feel like this is a little bit dangerous in terms of if you stare at this, you will probably hurt your eyes. I don't feel like it's safe to like stare and watch this go off. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there should have been like some sort of eye protection included with this. That's my personal opinion. I just don't feel like it's very safe. But okay, so I had this set on level 1, and basically all you do is you press that little button, and we're gonna go. So, oh, it didn't work because there was no, I was like, what, it didn't work? There was no human connection. But now that I have it on my skin and it detected my skin, do you guys see the red blinking? Now you probably see, do you see the red blinking? Okay, so I'm just gonna press down, and it's definitely a little warm. So you wanna do that 3 to 5 times. I'm gonna do 5 just to, you know, why not? 2. And it's like warm, and then it kind of just pulls back, so it's not like it's like at first you're like, oh, that's warm. It doesn't hurt. It's just a little bit surprising. Okay, so that was 5 times. I don't know if you guys can see, but we can definitely see where there's a little bit of redness right here, and it's a little warm to the touch. But there's definitely some redness right there. It doesn't hurt, like it definitely doesn't hurt. Okay, so I'm gonna hook this sucker up to level 3, and we're just gonna try this again. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but right there we got that red blinking light, and look away. Like, I'm afraid this is gonna hurt your eyes. That's really my biggest complaint about this, and I'm gonna do this 5 times on level 3. It's definitely a lot more intense. They said it's like, they don't call it level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They call it intensity 1 through 5. So that's just my miswording. But there is definitely a very large difference in between 1 and 3. Like level 1, I would say is like a match. Like you would touch that and you like touch the end of it for like a hot second. You're like, oh, that's warm. Whereas this is, I was like, okay, this is like hot pavement feeling. Like, you know when you go out in summer and you go to sit down on the pavement. Was it not ready yet? Ooh, my bee. And you go to sit down on the pavement, you're like, oh, that's kind of hot. That's what this kind of feels like. But it doesn't really hurt. And I'm being impatient. It's like, wait 1 to 3 seconds for it to recharge between each flash, and I'm just not doing very good at counting and talking at the same time. I'm not great at multitasking in these situations. Also, I think I lost track. I think I'm on 4. So, yeah, you can definitely see where I had it. Why isn't this one as red? I don't know. I feel like this one just feels so much hotter, but it definitely wasn't as red as the first one because my arm is still kind of red right there. Okay. And then I'm just going to go up to level 5. And this is the one that I was the most scared for because I was like, oh, this is going to hurt. And honestly, it doesn't hurt too bad. So, boop. Okay. Can you see it blinking? Probably, now you can. Okay. That one's kind of like, like if you were to get too close to like a hot stove, I feel like is what this feels like. Especially like at the first one, it doesn't feel too bad. But then like with the 4th and 5th leaning up, it kind of does hurt a little bit, but only in the sense of like, oh, a hot stove. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference in my arm where I had those, but it's definitely warm. That's like a toasty, microwavable hot dog feeling, which is, I don't know why I had that comparison. But as you can see, it's not going to go off without being connected to human skin. So I do feel like if I were to use this on my upper lip, I know it does fit kind of well. I just feel like it's touching a little bit on like my actual lip, and like I guess my upper lip is just too small for this little machine. And then to power down, you just press and hold the power button. But overall, I don't feel like for like $260, it was honestly, I don't feel like it was that pricey at all. Especially because like when I was reading, they were like, you can use this for up to 300,000 flashes, which they said lasts most people more than 10 years. I don't know what they count as most people. Does that count on like body size? Like because I'm plus size and like I have more skin, which results in like more hair, does that mean it won't last me as long? Or like what if you're really tall? Like that's what I'm a little confused about, but they did leave the baseline as like 300,000 flashes. So that is everything, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna be like a naked mole rat when the summer comes around for the first time in like ever, because whenever I'm shaving, I always manage to miss a giant patch. So hopefully I won't do that with this. That would be so terrible. But what did you guys think of this? I know I didn't say the brand name yet, but this is the Brooklyn Body Co. laser hair removal system. I will leave a link to it down below if any of you guys are interested. But for my girls out there who have darker hair, or maybe also suffer from polycystic ovarian syndrome like I do, and you know the struggle, you know what I'm talking about, I would honestly give this a try or look into it a little bit before you make your decision. Again, I do feel like the payment plans are helpful, but for me, I can't tell you how excited I am for summer and how excited I am for shorts, because I don't know, it just feels so nice and it makes me feel so confident. My arms literally look so good. They look shiny, they look smooth, they don't look hairy, and I just feel so good about it. So what did you think of this at-home laser hair removal system? I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video.